Good day everyone, my name is Leia Meningasca. I'm the first reporter of Group 3. Our topic is all about Lesson 4, Anatomy and Physiology, Reproduction. So my first topic is Biomedical Perspective in Gender and Sexuality. This definition of terms. Reproductions. Process of producing offspring, genitals, external sex organs, primary sex characteristics that are present at birth, secondary characteristics, sex characteristics that emerge during puberty. Introductions. Human experience various physical and emotional changes from childhood to adulthood. These changes are gradual and progress at different ages and speed. In different people, these stages are based on human growth and development from childhood, adolescence, adulthood, and old age. These chapters focuses on the adolescent stage of human development, which is characterized by dynamic changes in physical and behavioral traits. Despite differences in physical appearance, the sexual organs of men and women arise from the same structures and fulfill similar functions. Each person has a pair of gonads. Ovary are female gonads, testes are the male gonads. The gonads produce germ cell and sex hormones. The female germ cells are ova or egg, and the male germ cells are sperm. Ova and sperm are the basic unit of reproductions. Their union can lead to the creation of new life. Ano nga ba ang the biological female? So, biological female anatomy, the study of body structures in relation to body parts. The female sexual anatomy is designed for the production and fertilization of ovum, as well as creating and delivering infant offspring. Puberty signals the final development of primary and accessories organs that support reproductions. So this is the biological female. The female external genitalia consist of the following. Vulva. Vulva are the external genital structures taken together. Mons veneris, pads of fatty tissue between pubic bone and skin. Labia majora, outer lips surrounding all the other structures. Prefuse, clitoral hood, foreskin above and covering clitoris. The glands or head, shaft, and crora or root. The clitoris is particularly sensitive to stimulation. Labia minora, inner lip surrounding the vestibule where sweat and oil glands, extensive blood vessels, and nerve ending are located. Vestibule, area surrounding the urethral opening and vagina, which is highly sensitive with extensive blood vessel and nerve endings. Urethral opening, end of tube connecting to bladder and used for urination. Vaginal opening, also called intestus, and the last is perineum, area of skin separating the genitalia from the anus. Distance is less in males. Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Bryce. I'm Consugar from 3HMA, and to this video we are going to looking at the female reproductive system. So this is the female internal reproductive structure. So we have the uterus, fallopian tube, ovary, cervix, vagina, internal OS, internal OS, and external OS. We have the endometrium, myometrium. Next, we discuss this vagina and cervix, ovaries, fallopian tube, and uterus. So first, we have the vagina. The vagina collapsible canal extending from vaginal opening back and upward into body to cervix and uterus. So the vagina, which is the area over here, now the vagina is a birthing canal. It is a muscular canal which babies move through when giving birth. So, ato ipagawas si baby sa vagina. So, when giving birth, it is also the reproductive organ that receives the penis during the sexual intercourse. So, let's move to next structure, the cervix. So, cervix, small end of uterus, to which the vagina leads. It is the opening in cervix leading to interior of uterus. So, cervix is the opening to the uterus. So, it is also protected area, and it only allows a really small amount of fluid to move through. It's only about half a centimeter, if that wide, and it allows menstrual blood to come out, but it also allows the semen to go in. But remember, the penis does not go past the cervix. Okay, so moving on, the next structure, we have the uterus, commonly called as womb, organ within the pelvic zone where the fetus is carried. So uterus, which is known as structure over here, and the uterus is a muscular organ. It's made out of myometrium, that is the layer, the muscle layer, and it is where pregnancy takes place. So the uterus, if you didn't know, is also expand 100 times bigger when you are pregnant. So the position of uterus in the pelvis is stabilized by several ligaments and bands of supportive tissues. So the next structure, we have the fallopian tube. So fallopian tube carrying egg cells from ovaries to uterus. So this is where the fertilization occurs. So fallopian tube are the two thin tube that lie between the ovaries and the uterus. So the fallopian tubes are not attached to the ovaries, but their broad upper ends called infladibola lie very close to the ovaries. So the lower ends of the fallopian tubes are attached to the upper part of the body of the uterus. On the inner side of the body, they are open into the uterus. So the egg is fertilized in the fallopian tube. So the next structure, we have the ovaries. So the ovaries produce estrogen and estrogen. Estrogen influences female sex characteristics and initiates menstrual cycles, while the progesterone aids in regulations of menstrual cycle and promotes mature development of the uterine lining to allow for zygote implantations, also produce ova, egg cells, and bring them to maturity. As many as 1 million immature ova are present at birth, with about 400,000 surviving to puberty. Of this, only about 400 and 450 are typically to maturity and released into the fallopian tubes. The last one is the puberty. So the puberty, the menstrual cycle, marks the beginning of the puberty in the females. The first episode occurs between 11 to 15 years of age, referred to as menarche, and menstruations pertains to the slushing of the uterine lining of conceptions has not occurred. It may last within 2 to 6 days, which follows a cycle reaching from 24 to 42 days. Regardless of the length of the cycle, menstruation begins about 14 days after ovulation. Plus or minus 1 to 2 days, the overall cycle is governed by the hypothalamus as it monitors hormone levels in bloodstreams. So, puberty. So, this is example of the puberty. Girl and the boy. So, first we discuss this girl. So, si girl, we have first, so, kung ang babae, kapag nangyayari sa puberty ng mga babae ang pag-develop, ay ang kanilang suso. So, the breast form. So, maaari silang makaramdam ng paminsang-minsang pananakit sa ilalim ng nipples. Ang mga suso nilang nipples kanang kuan. Habang kung magkuanda patuloy, so magkadako gaydian lumalaki ang kanilang suso. So, normal gaydian sa babae kung ma-pubert after silang puberty. And ang lawas din, ang hips bro din. So, kumukurba din ang kanilang katawan sa mga kabataang babae. At tumaba din sa rin ang kanilang mga balakang. So, among tawag nila body cola. Wow. Ang pagkaroon ng unang regla, first is the period starts, ay ang isang pinakamalaking pagbabago. So, as in ngayon, kung ako, first na, ikuan ako mga grade 7, yung edad ko is 14, ako na idugo. 14, o lagi, 14. So, normal isabian, ang tawag siya, nagdadalagang babae na. And we have the boys, sa lalaki, then, kapag nasa stage siya ng puberty, so, ang batang lalaki, karaniwan, lumalaki ang kanilang tentacles, yung tinatawag nilang tentacles sa penis yon. Lumalaki ang kanilang mga muscles. Tawag doon, makiyang muscles nila. At voice, tono sa boses. Lumalalim ang kanilang mga boses. Tumutubo rin ang mga buhok nila sa mukha. Tawag nila is beard grows. So, ang kaparihan nila sa in the puberty, the similarities is the growth spurt. So, mapansin mo yun na kung magkadaka or magkabinata mo taas kayo. So, maranasan din mabilis na pagtangkad sa mga age about 16 yan, ang taas lang mas kung ano ang laki kay Indigo. Kay yapansin ko gayud sa mga laki is sila amoy grabe mo kuan og height. Pero depende sa puberty na kakuan nila. Hanggang sa kanilang pagtadakil. And then increased body hair on limbs and torso, pubic hair grows, and genitals develop. So, karaniwan din sa mga puberty ng mga batang babae at batang lalaki ang pagtubo ng buhok sa private part. So, madalas nilang makikita tumutubo sa maliit na buhok sa ilalim ng ating mga kilikili at pagilid ng ari or sa ating vagina. Nagsisimula lang tumubo ang buhok ng manipis at kumakalat sa mukha at gaydian. So, habang tayo ay papunta sa puberty part, naging mas mahaba at mas makapal yung buhok ng part na yun. Pero honestly, di ako ang ng mga laki na di kakuanan ng buhok sa kanila kilikili. I don't know isang sang kanila private part. So, mao lang to. And thank you.
Kanang days bitaw nga 1, 7, 14, 21, and 28. Ang 1 to 14 is follicular phase. Then, ang 14 to 28 is luteal phase. Ang follicular kay kanang female menstrual cycles includes the maturation of ovarian follicles to prepare one of them for releasing during ovulation. Tapos ang luteal phase kay kanang magbigin bitaw siya sa day 15 to 28. Day 15 of a 28-day cycle and ends when you get your period. So, this is the ovarian cycle. Ang taas is ovum, then ang kanang sa ubos mao na ang ovarian cycle. Then uterine cycle, mao ni siya na ay menses, proliferative, and secretory. So there are three phases as described. The first is menstrual phase. This occurs if the ovum is not fertilized and does not implant itself into the uterine lining. The continued high levels of estrogen and progesterone causes the pituitary to stop releasing follicle-stimulating hormones, or FSH, and luteinizing hormones, or LH. Ang menstrual phase is the first stage of your period. Is the first stage of your menstrual cycle. It also when you get period. This phase starts with an egg from the previous cycle isn't fertilized. Second, proliferative phase. It occurs when the hypothalamus stimulates the pituitary gland to release FSH that stimulates the ovaries to produce estrogen and causes ovary to mature in the ovarian follicles. The term proliferative means ang cells daw ay mag-multiply or mag-spread during that phase. Your estrogen level daw kay magtaas, then causes your endometrium to thicken. Your ovaries also prepared an egg for release. And the third is secretory phase. It occurs when the pituitary gland releases LH that causes the ovary to release a matured ovum and that causes the remaining portion of the follicle to develop into the corpus luteum. This phase always occurs from day 14 to day 28 of the cycle. Progesterone stimulated by LH is the dominant hormone during sa yaw na phase to prepare corpus luteum and the endometrium for possible fertilized ovum implantation. So amoy ni siyang ovulation. Yan sa tunga bitaw ng kuan yan sa taas ng kalang. Then FSH, ang follicle stimulating hormones is kanang blue. Then the red one is luteinizing hormones. Then kanang violet is estradiol. Then the green is progesterone. Ang kanang sa ubos mao nang kanang katong menstrual phase and follicular or proliferative phase, then secretory phase. Kanang 0 to 14, then 14 to 28 ang mga siya. Then kanang sa ubos is ischemic phase. Female secondary sexual characteristics emerge after puberty. Number 1, widening of hips and pelvis. Yung wide ang hips daw. Accommodates giving birth but also result in downward shift in center of the gravity. Kasagarang sa kanang mga anak magdako ang hips Then second is enlargement of breast. At puberty, both of the glandular and fatty tissues of the breast develop considerably. Differences in breast size between women are primarily due to differences in the amount of fatty tissues. It is also not uncommon for one of the woman's breasts to be slightly larger than the other. The glandular tissues of the breast respond to sex hormones, and the breasts are involved in a woman's sexual arousal. The glandular tissues produces milk towards the end of the pregnancies and after childbirth in the response to hormones level. More female characteristics: generally shorter than men, greater proportion of body weight composed of fat than men. 2X chromosomes reduces expression of many sex-linked conditions and lower mortality rate at every age and longer projected lifespan than men. That's all, sir. Thank you.
Development of primary and accessory organ that support reproductive. So, ang male sexual daw, nag-design siya sa productive, mag-deliver sab siya sa kanang about nga ng sperm cell, ingana sa female. Male internal genitalia consists of following structure. Prepuce, foreskin covering head of penis removed and male circumcision. So, ang prepuce daw, kanabitang, di ba, kuan siya, kanang tintin. Kanabitang ilahang, kanang ilang murag palis, amoy on siya, tawag prepuce. Sorry for the interrupt, kaya naman dyan mitinda, naisip pa, kalago. Penis glands, so, continue ta. Penis glands, head, sharp, and root. The glands is particularly sensitive to stimulate running. The length of the penis is the uteral surrounded by the spoggy body and two cylindrical chambers known as the cavernous body. During the arousal, this become endured with blood resulting in erection. So, kabalo naman ta sa unsa ng penis, di ba? So, next, corona, rim of glands, where is a recess from sharp. So, kanang corona, kapit lang yung ulo-ulo, mo na ang ginatawag. So, frenulum, thin strip of skin connecting glands and sharp on the underside of penis. So, kanang frenulum, kanang itong skin na nag-connect siya sa glands, diba, kanang kuan, sa part sa kanang lalaki nga na. So, scrotum, sac that enclose the two compartment housing the testes. So, kanang scrotum, kanang mo siya bitaw kanang part digapon siya sa kuan sa lalaki, dapit daw sa or siya bahay-bahay daw sa testes ingana, basta mo na siya. Kabalo naman taon sana ingana kay namo yun na sa kuan science daw. Ultra opening found on head of the penis. This is the end of tube connect the bladder and used for urination. It is also tube to which internal structure delivers semen by the male ejaculated. So, mo na siya. Perineum area of the skin separating the genitalia from the anus. Distance is greater in the male than female. Mo to siya ang kuan. B. The male internal productive organ. So, there are testes, penis, foreskin, glands, scrotums, nanatugaina sa E. Auto siya. Ang testis daw produce androgen, particularly large quantities of testosterone, which generally influence male development and drive sexual motivation. Also produce sperm cell in virtual unlimited quality over the entire course of the lifespan. So, modo ng penis, foreskin, kanitawag, glands, scrotum, ingana, modo na yung kuan, modo ng testis. Penis is an internal female instrumented organs that additional serve as the urinary duct. The main parts are the root radix. So, mao ni ang penis. Kani siya. Ano siyang penis. So, foreskin. O, kabalo naman dyan mo say foreskin kani o. Kani iyahang palis. Mao na siyang foreskin. Karang sa taas mo na yung palis. Foreskin is the sheath of skin that cover the head glands. Ang glands, di ba kanang kung walay palis kanang iyang ulo-ulo sa kuan mo na siya. Glands of the penis. At birth, the foreskin is full attached to the penis. Mo na siya ang pasabot ng kuan foreskin. Kabalo naman maton sa foreskin, di ba? Kay kabalo na nga mga kung walay tao na kanang taas ng pagunawa na ang pakuan bitaw ng mga tao yan na. So, next, glands. Glands is also called the head or tip of your penis. The opening of your neutral is here. So, kabalo naman taon sa glands connected dito sa foreskin ingana. So, next, scrotum. Kabalo naman taon sa scrotum, di ba? It is a male reproductive structure located under the penis. So, kanang bitaw kanang scrotum, kanang bitaw sa ibayon sa itlog sa lalaki. Kanang dira kanang mga ugat-ugat. Kana dira mo nang tawag. Kanina, mo ni ang part of the body sa reproductive sa lalaki. So, next. Vas deferens. Travel from testicle toward urethral carrying sperm. So, ang vas deferens kana bitang sa testicle kanang kuan siya sa kuan gyapon siya kanang mag-handle sa kanang more siya mag-carry bitaw sa sperm sa lalaki na mao to sa babae nga na. So, seminal versicle. Two glands that produce alkaline nature may stimulate sperm to start cells. Propulsion and sugar may provide sperm. Produce alkaline nature may stimulate sperm to start cells. Propulsion and sugar may provide sperm. nutrients that carry fluid and connect with vast difference performing ejaculator duct. So, ang seminal vessels kanang na siya sa sperm na mag-start sa kuan sa lalaki, tos kanang mga sugar nga na sa sperm sa nutrients nga sa mga lalaki na. So, ejaculatory duct connect vast difference uterine. So, ang ejaculatory duct connected na siya sa vast difference. Prostate glands producing alkaline secretions that account for about 30% of semen volume. Alkaline nature may be help counteract otherwise I'll say the acidic environment of uterine vagina, making them more hospitable for sperm. So, ang prostate di ay mag-produce siya sa alkaline secretion that account for 30% of semen. So, ang sa kuan daw sa lalaki, mag-produce siya 30% semen sa kuanan babae. So, yan na. Urethra, tube with penis that carries sperm and semen the rest of the way to the opening of the penis. So, kabalo naman taon sa unsay tawag yun kung dapat yun na sa part of the reproductive sa lalaki, di ba? Mo na siya ang part sa lalaki nga na sa mga testosterone kani nga na Leydig cell, Sertoli cell, spermatologist, genesis, pituitary glands kana kaulamanta sa mga morning ang sa part of the sa lalaki. So, male hormones that testosterone is the major male hormone product mainly by the testes, but there are other glands called adrenal glands that also produce some testosterone. In case a man has a lost his testes, these glands would continue to produce testosterone to support the male and physical appearance. So, mao to siya ang part of the male hormone